Since it's the new year, I will just do a little kind of wrap up of what I accomplished art-wise in 2024. I have actually been painting, even though I haven't been doing these vlogs. I've never done such a big artwork before. I do have a color wheel. This has actually been really helpful, like whenever I want to paint and kind of see the colors. Just realize that I don't have to move so fast to get to where I want to be with my art. Hi guys, and welcome back for another studio vlog. I ended up having a bit of a break from doing the vlogs. I just needed to kind of gather my thoughts regarding what my goals actually are with these. Did I actually come to any conclusion about why I'm doing these vlogs? No, not really, but I have kind of allowed myself to give up on social media, so I'm not going to be doing much. I'm gonna be doing a little bit. I have like deleted all the apps off my phone and everything, so I'll just kind of see if I want to do it later, but right now only thing that I want to do is get those last 3 posts that I have been doing this year. So I just want to edit them and get them in there so that from the past 2.5 years I have everything there, and then when I want to come back, if I want to come back, then I'm gonna be able to kind of just start from a fresh slate, like just don't have to worry about the old ones anymore. Yeah, I think I only have 3, and I think I need to photograph 1 work. I have actually been painting even though I haven't been doing these vlogs. It's really weird because at one point I didn't want to paint at all, and now I've been painting quite a lot. So I will start by showing you what I've been doing, and then today I'm actually going to kind of start a new challenge for myself, which is the largest painting that I have ever done. I feel like I finally have sort of a vision for artworks, and my goal at the moment, at least what I would like to do, is to have an exhibition next year. So that's why I also want to do a bit of a bigger paintings, because I have only been doing small ones this size. So yeah, let's have a look at these ones. Okay, so these 3 were already like done. I did this, you might remember them from my earlier video. I did those ones this January in a painting course that I took. So they were kind of the start of this type of artwork that I had done abstract artwork before, but with these 3 I kind of felt like I was perhaps reaching kind of my own style. What happens with my process with these ones is that I usually choose 1 photograph, and then I use that as a inspiration when it comes to the colors and the feel. So it's kind of like an abstraction of the photographs that I choose. After those 3, I did this one. You probably remember this from the last vlog. So it's ready now, it's done. After that, I did this one. Actually, I don't think this one had a photograph. This one had more of like a feeling behind it. And latest one is this. I don't think it's ready yet, but it's close. It's close to ready. I'm really liking kind of highlighting textural differences with these ones, as well as kind of like color. And it's often very much about contrast between the textures, so it can be really kind of soft, cloudy texture, and then really quickly change into really sharp texture or like uneasy texture or whatever. So I am so bad at bullshitting my art these days. I used to be really good at it back in the university, but I can probably do it again. If I end up getting to do an exhibition, then I'll have to bullshit an artist statement. Like I don't care if it's just in a cafe or something, because I'm kind of dreaming about doing a master's degree for arts while I work. Not just student, but while I work. So, and in order to get to the master's program, you kind of really need to just have had to done an exhibition or more than one. I'm not sure exactly how many, but yeah, so it would be nice. Oh, I have one more which is not part of this series. It's this one. And again, the textures, but this one is actually how I feel about the result of the US election this year. So this one has a deeper meaning of kind of just, well, I'm sure you can kind of guess what I'm going where I'm going with this, especially with the colors. So yeah, but this is not done yet. But I don't know if this will ever be done, because my concept behind this is each one of these little dots, or like, I just don't know how to explain these things anymore. Like these little droplets of paint that come off, like these little textures, represent a mistake humankind has made that led to the re-election of certain person. So I just feel like there's not enough paint to show all the mistakes that we've done and how we have failed as a society. So I don't know when it's gonna be done, but I'm gonna keep adding layers on it until I feel like it's somewhat done at least. So yeah, this one is a separate entity of these other ones. The other ones are kind of maybe the more like positive way I see the world, which is like colors and feelings and very, very kind of, I try to be a positive person, but when shit like this happens, it really puts to the test of my kind of positive outlook on life. It should have actually maybe been on a bigger canvas, because it feels like this canvas is too small to really kind of show my deep frustration with the situation. I will show you the size of the canvas that I am wanting to do. It's right here. This is really big. I don't think it even fits. I've never done such a big artwork before. It doesn't say the measurements, but it's huge. So I want to do an abstract painting like these ones back here on this. And I kind of just got a feeling while I was making these ones that they're just, I need bigger, you know, I need a bigger canvas for like to really get into it. So here we are. The problem is I don't have an easel yet. I'm in a process of getting one. I would like to probably get like a first coat of paint on this today. And I have like this plastic to cover my floor, so I can probably paint this on the floor. But I'm hoping to get an easel soon so that it's easier to work on such big canvas. It's just that my apartment is so freaking small, I don't know where I'm gonna put the easel when I don't use it. So that's something that'll work itself out. I really want to do these bigger paintings. So yeah, I guess we are going to set up to paint first layer for this. So I was actually explaining to you my process while I was filming this, but my microphone had other plans. It was out of battery. So I'm just gonna do a little voiceover explaining what I was doing. And here I was just showing you this molding paste that I'm using. And it's kind of the first time that I have been using molding paste since I was probably at uni, and it's something that I have really wanted to try because it gives a really nice texture on the canvas, and it kind of makes those abstract shapes that I paint to kind of pop off more. There was no audio in anything. Oh, like I don't know what the F happened to the microphone, but I have all of this material where I was like explaining to you my browser. Okay. The freaking microphone is out of battery. That's why it stopped working again. It's so annoying, this microphone. Okay, it's great when it works, but why can't it just like tell me when it's running out of battery? Like a little beep beep, you know, it wouldn't have killed them to do something like that. To put something like that on it. Okay, I've calmed down a little bit, but that was really annoying. Now I have to do a separate voiceover on those bits. And I don't think that I want to do it today. Hopefully I'll remember next time that I'm vlogging what I was gonna doing, but yeah. That's gonna be all the art I'm doing today, and this really drained me. I really hate the technical difficulties. They just are so annoying. But I'm gonna go out for lunch with my boyfriend and we're gonna go to a museum, so I'll get something else to think about. But I'm really excited about the painting, and I think it's gonna be really cool to make like a bigger one with this style that I've been doing these days. So yeah, 2 weeks later, hello, let's continue the project. I have an easel now, yay! Okay, so this is gonna be a lot easier now that I don't have to work on the floor. This is not even one, like a cheap one from eBay that I had when I was at uni. This is a proper one. Not like super expensive, but a proper one. And I can adjust the height and everything, so yay, we got this one. The molding paste has dried. I really want to experiment more with it. This is not very, there's some texture, but there could be more. So, with the next one, I'll try more. Yeah, I got my painting clothes on, so that's why they're dirty. I need to decide which photo I'm gonna use as a reference. I guess I'm gonna start looking for that. I'm really slow to start today. I'm just keep getting distracted doing other things, but I guess just as long as I get there slowly, it's fine. And I did find a picture that I like, so it's this one. I'm gonna put it here for you so you can kind of see more closer. I really love the colors in this one. This picture was taken of me on Independence Day, like, I don't know, it's like 2 days ago. I had this sparkly dress and the light and everything was really nice, and then I have these colored lights in my place. So my boyfriend took this picture of me, a few others too. I think I'm gonna go with this kind of color theme, and especially how my kind of the skirt looks. Yeah, that already kind of looks like what I do with these paintings. So what I need to do next is figure out which colors I need to mix stuff. I have a bit of a setup here. I haven't painted like this before, so got this thing. Yeah, I'll just have my water and everything here. I have had to kind of rearrange stuff because I bought this, like this shelf thing for myself and my art, but somehow it has become lattice, lattice things. Like she has 3 out of 4 of these layers. I was like, Latte has taken over it. So I had to move her stuff, and now she has the bottom. She likes to sleep in the bottom one. She's really cute. And then got these 3 that are for my art stuff. So there's a bit more room. I have some new brushes that I bought because I thought that the small ones that I have, they are maybe not gonna be quite big enough for this. So I've got these 2 different sizes of these ones. Then I have one new, I think it's pony hair or something, and one more flat brush like this. I already had one, but this is much smoother. I do have my swatches of my paints that I did last year. So I do have like a color wheel for cool and warm colors. Then I've got these ones for each of the primary colors. These have actually been really helpful, like whenever I want to paint and kind of see the colors, so it was worth the effort. And then each one of these, they're like not glued on, they have paint name in the back like that. These will hopefully help me see which colors I need to mix. That is gonna be my next one, and then after I know the colors, I can mix them and then I can start. Hopefully today, but if not today, then soon. But I'm really just taking it slow, I guess. I don't know. We have a long weekend here this weekend, and it's actually Sunday now, not Saturday. So usually I do this on a Saturday and I have a whole different energy. But because I know how to go to work tomorrow, it's a bit different. So I think that's also the reason why it's a bit different today. It's actually 1 week later, but I'm here again, continuing, and I'm pretty sure I have figured out the colors. I'm gonna test them now, I'm gonna mix a little bit, but I think we are dealing with Prussian blue, primary magenta, and then a little bit of warm yellow, but it could possibly be cool yellow. I'm not sure yet. I think it's maybe the warm, because all the lights here are warm, so yeah. But we are gonna see right now.
I said, tell me your story. He took out a notepad and wrote something for me.
I don't know if I was wrong about the blue. Here's my testing, and then I just put a little bit on paper. With both of them, the red is primary magenta. With the upper one, it's mixed with Prussian blue, and the lower one is with ultramarine. They're both nice, but I don't like know which one's more these. It's probably the ultramarine actually. Like I could make it work with either, but I think the ultramarine is a little bit like richer. The Prussian blue is like a bit softer. So this process that I'm doing right now, I have experience as an artist for a few years, but I'm still struggling with the color theory because it feels, I mentioned this in a previous blog, but it feels a lot like math in my brain. I really have to strain my understanding with the what color mixed with what. This stuff that you're seeing right now, this is what's really like kind of time consuming, and this is the learning process that you don't get to see when you go to a finished gallery of artworks. This is the hours of testing and kind of learning and trying to see what works and what doesn't. So I'm including it here because people think that making art is easy. It actually takes a lot of practice. Artists know this, but non-artists, they don't necessarily know this. So, no, this is not my first time doing this, but I would like to think that as I do more of this, I'm gonna know which colors go where. My university really let me down when it came to like learning the basics. I realized it only after I left. I was like, they did not really teach me any basics. They kind of just pushed everyone into the deep end, like do whatever you want and learn what you can. These kind of basic things I have actually had to learn outside of university. I'm going to look at these colors for a bit, and then I'm gonna decide which blue I'm gonna use with this picture, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the ultramarine. It's a lot more vibrant, I think. And that picture is all about being very vibrant. I printed it out because why not? I have that printer, so it really helps to kind of see it. I think that especially with a big painting like this, it's important to get the colors right because it's a pretty massive canvas. So if I end up like mixing a lot of the paint and then I don't use it because it's wrong, then I waste a lot of material. Like I'm aware that changing into these like larger canvases is gonna be more expensive, but since I have a full-time job now, I have kind of made the decision that I can afford it. So, okay, I was testing these yellows and I know that the warm yellow has a little bit of red and a cool yellow has a little bit of blue. So with this cool, it should be fine because both of these blues, they mix with this red, so this should not be a problem here. But then I have this warm yellow and I don't actually know this particular, it's azo yellow medium. I don't know which particular red there is in this. Is it the cool red or is it the warm red? So if I use this, there's like a slight chance of the colors mixing like ugly. And I'm sure in the future I will know what red they have used for this, but now I don't, so it's a risk to use this. But I think this is gonna be like a contrast color, so I'm not using yellow a lot, it's just there a little bit. I really don't know which one I'm gonna go for. Like they both have their own kind of charm there with this ultramarine. it's not a color that's I'm gonna use right away. It's gonna be these base colors, and then later I'm gonna decide on the yellow. So I don't have to decide now. I'll see when I have like when I need to start to use it. But that's another thing. Like you have to think about with the warm and cool colors, like because one of them has blue, one of them has whatever. Like they have a little bit of some other paint, some other color, some other pigment. So if you get the pigment mixing wrong with all the other paints, it can kind of throw the balance off. It can have these weird colors that are not in harmony. So I think this is where maybe it feels like math, because you have to know these little things about it. Like you have to know these most random information here, 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 and it's not just here. It's like a whole tree of information, and then you have to know where to take that, this, and make like an equation and see. So it is actually like, tell me if I'm crazy, but I think it's a lot like math, and I can't do math at all. So yeah, this is definitely like a sort of brain exercise for me. I forgot to mention another like kind of oh my god, I'm so huge. Another testing that I did that I didn't mention to you yet, but I want to because it's part of the whole process. I just gaslighted myself into thinking that I don't actually know if I'm using the right red. I had got a kind of a gut feeling that I was, because these looked so good. So if the result would not have been as good if I was using the wrong red. So I did take time with the warm red just a bit to test it with both of the blues. As you can see here, I hope you can see, they do not mix well. So they do not like each other at all. They turn kind of like a non-color. Okay, they turn maybe a little bit of brown, and that's because like this is like one of the main things you need to know if you want to be mixing purple. You can't mix purple with a warm red because it has a tiny bit of yellow, and then you are mixing, you're actually mixing invisible yellow, red and blue. So those three together kind of make this ugly brown. I think I'm finally kind of remembering that it always needs to be cool red that you're mixing, and then you can mix two types of different purple depending on the blue. So my choices are Prussian blue and ultramarine. So they just give you a kind of a different purple. It's you just gotta keep that in mind, that when you're mixing something, you're not actually just mixing what it looks like or what it says. You are mixing a little bit of another color with these ones. So this same thing comes in if we are mixing green. Okay, but I don't often mix green. I don't like green, especially in art. So and especially this painting won't have green. But green is another can of worms that is similar to this. Like you have to really think, does the colors, like which another color do these paints have? So yeah, fun, huh?
And I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought
This texture is so cool. I'm so glad that I got the molding paste. I think it's gonna be a part of my practice from now on, especially with these abstract ones.
I said, son, when you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
Yes, we have the first layer on. What the lopeta? She's biting my ankles. Now I'm really tired because the prep was a lot. I'm gonna have a break at least and then see if I want to continue, but I don't have that much time. We're going to the Christmas markets today. Before that I have body combat. We're gonna do some Christmas shopping. Not me and Latte, but me and my boyfriend. Then just chill in the evening. I'm not really an evening painter anyway. I have to get everything done in the morning. I don't know, I might keep chipping away at this, use this paint that I have. So with this, I needed a lot more water than I needed with the smaller ones to spread out the paint. So that was one thing that was quite different. And then obviously, because it's so big, it took a longer time. Otherwise, it wasn't as scary as I made it out to be. Surprise, surprise. So yeah. Latte, would you like to paint with me? No, she doesn't want to paint with me. She wants to go vacuum every little trash thing off the floor, don't you?
It takes to heart what I wrote. I said, son, when you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions.
This vlog really ended up being kind of a monthly vlog, and it's a couple of weeks later again, and this time I'll let you guys go soon, but since it's the new year, I was thinking that I will just do a little kind of wrap up of what I accomplished art-wise last year in 2024. You've already seen most of the paintings. I actually showed them to you in this video, so you have seen a big part of the paintings that I did, but I did a quick count. And I think that I actually finished 10 paintings last year. So that's not too bad. The main thing I'd say from last year is that I have found this kind of abstract style that I feel like could really be my own. So I'm looking forward to exploring that more this year. And another big thing, of course, is these vlogs. I finally came back to doing my vlogs, even though it's been very different from 2020, or like, I think it was 2018 to 2020 when I was doing them. It still feels nice to be doing it, even though I've had to kind of come into terms with it being a lot less than what I used to do. It's just that I can't do so much as I did back then, and it's kind of, I'm trying to do it a bit more calmly and just realize that I don't have to move so fast to get to where I want to be with my art. And even though it's just a journal for me, for my art, and kind of like get my thoughts together. Like in this video, I've been editing this vlog, and when I edit these color theory parts that I have been kind of struggling with a little bit, each time I edit it, I learn more, and I kind of understand it more, and now I have like a really good, even maybe a better understanding than I would if I had not made this vlog. So yeah, it's really important for me to kind of get my words out, and then it kind of clicks. So I'd say those two things are the biggest kind of art accomplishments that I did last year. I think that I will leave kind of my 2025 predictions and like goals in more detail for the next vlog, because this vlog is still very much in 2024 because I started this a month ago. So it was actually a December vlog. It's now January, I think 7th or something. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much if you watched it all the way here and are on this learning art journey with me. I'm gonna continue with this one today, and hopefully in the next vlog or the one after, you're gonna see the finished product. What this is. Happy New Year! Bye bye!